with your right hand here with your wrist.
Oh, to make it like level or no, roll.
To roll up toward the end. It doesn't roll up and down. This is one roll going up and then lifting off. So can you ride mine? Can I just ride my hand? Is that okay? It rolls toward the end of it. Can you try that? Excellent. Okay, and when you do the next pattern, it's going to start on A. You're also going to roll forward from the pinky da-da gradually to the thumb. Let's try it. Can you just do the thumb like this? Can you do these 3 notes? How's that feel? Okay. Excellent. The reason I'm doing that is because when we put a bunch of notes together in one gesture of the hand, it's almost like it allows us to play a bunch of notes just like this, just with one gesture. It helps to play fast. Do you like playing fast?
Yes.
I know you like playing fast. And if you start to incorporate this little gesture of your wrist, you'll play fast easily. And it's a really great way to play fast. Some people play fast and it's just really sloppy. It's because a lot of times they don't have the relaxation that comes with these gestures. Okay, so let's do some reading all the way through. Can you, in fact, let's read. This is the hardest part to read of the whole piece.
Yeah.
So I want you to do the left hand by itself, and I'm going to guide you through a little bit, okay? So we did this, just not even making sound, just kind of thinking, okay, where does our hand go? Because of A, good, then where does it go here? Back to the G sharp, and then where does it go here?
It goes back to...
Excellent, okay. Now keep your hand there, you don't have to move it.
I'll go
Something changes, yes, it just changes to C sharp. Now the tricky part, a clef change.
Is it down?
So this is like our right hand. What if our right hand was playing this? Pretend it's just like the regular little treble clef, right hand. You know what note that is? D above middle C. So your left hand goes to D above middle C. All right, let's just kind of go through this part. Let's go one note at a time without thinking about our rhythm. Perfect reading. Do you want to do it one more time?
Sure.
So I'm going to, can you circle that clef sign? Okay. Let's try it again out of rhythm. Go for it. Go for it. Sharp again and decide whether you're going to go higher or lower after. Great. Okay. Okay. So let's remember what we did. We did with rhythm before. What did we do with these notes? How did we What's a syllable that we used for? Or another. Remember tiki 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 ta tiki tiki tiki. So yeah, it just to get it off the tongue a little bit. But I think it kind of helps us to get fast at learning the rhythms. So let's try it both ways, okay? Let's first go with tiki tiki. And we're gonna go you don't even have to play. This is to learn the rhythm. We're gonna go just 2 measures. Ready, go. Tiki tiki ti 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 ti. Right? And when we count in numbers, we'll go like this. 1 and a 2 and 1 and 2 and. That's how we do that, okay? So tiki tikis are 1 and it. And TT is 1 and 2 and, right? With 8 notes, okay? Can you do it by yourself? Can you clap and count, or you could say the tikis, whatever you want to do. So for each note, tiki tiki ti ti. Try it that way. Tiki ti 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 ti. Can you play it in that rhythm now, the left hand? Okay, so watch out that, are these Faster. Okay.
Oh, those are slow.
They're slower. There's tiki tiki tee 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 tee. Nice and slow. Tiki tiki tee and like the beginning. Okay. There we go. So the musical form of this piece. This is A, right? I'm just jumping around here. Where do you think B section begins? Remember A, B, A?
Yeah.
It's where
They
things
call
really
it,
change.
it starts right there, and then it
Right.
starts back right there.
Right. Okay, and so we learned what's different about B section is that the part that was in the right hand flipped into the left hand. And excellent, you saw that how the A section comes back. A, B, A form.
Because it goes back to A.
Yeah. Now, can you clap and count from here to here, counting 1 and 2 and?
The left hand and
The right hand. Count 1 and 2 and.
1
And 2 and 1 and 2. Try again.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 1 and
2.
not quite, right? Okay, so when we have the quarter note with a dot, that gets 1 and 2 and is the 8th note.
1
and 2 and 1 and 2 and it's a nice steady rhythm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Start right here and do it. Ready, count. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and got the rhythm, okay? Because let's go ahead and practice right hand. Okay, can you play it in your brain once from here? All the way to there. Yeah, all 8 measures, playing in your brain, thinking 1 and 2 and. I think you're ready. That was quick. Okay, let's count it and play it. 1, and before we start playing, let's do 1 measure of counting without playing.
Okay.
1 free measure. 1 and 2 and 1. Just 1 measure.
Oh.
Yeah, just 1 and 2 and then we're going. All right. 1 and 1. Okay, let's count again out loud. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and start again. Go back to finger 3. Okay, and when you start, it's going to be finger 2. It's just stepping down. Can you start on the A again with finger 5 up here? And 2 and 1 and 2 and oh, I messed up. There we go. Right here is good. And 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and okay, I think you've got it down. So could you, when you go home, practice counting the right hand. Practice counting the left hand in the new B section. And honestly, I think you can nail this piece in no time because you've put in good work to it already. Okay, let me check this. So how do you like this piece so far?
I love it. I love classical pieces.
You have such good taste. Okay, C major, okay, G major scales. G major, and this is page 3. So we've just been working a lot on rhythm, and guess what, we're going to work a little bit more on rhythm. Your favorite, right? Oh my gosh. We don't have to do really so much work right now, and you've worked on this at home. When you were at home, did you ever clap and count these rhythms?
I did it probably once or twice.
Okay. Can you practice that once a day? Going through this line. This is rhythm 1. That's easy, right? You might be able to skip it. But these get a little more challenging.
Yeah.
And I want you to count the numbers like this. So do it just as written. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, okay? And then memorize and kind of learn what the sound and look of these notes are. So you're not just reading this, but you're also knowing what this sounds like and what this sounds like. And then this as well. This is rhythm 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Can you try this one? Ready, go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a boom. All right. The lesson book was.
Alright, so for the theory, we're just going to do like doing one page.
Here's what I wrote this down. Let's see if I can find it. You know what I mean? Okay, so what I have you is for your theory. You're going to you've basically done 2 through 4, and you're going to jump all the way to page 12 and keep going. So if you're doing 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay, because that's a page a day for 6 days. And so starting on 10, start working on, I think, intervals or scales. I can't remember which. Oh no, we should do actually page 8. I got confused. Why did I put 12? I didn't mean that. I meant to put 8. So we're going to work on key signatures and scales this week. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So on these pages, you're going to learn to write the order of the sharps. The order of the sharps, have I ever taught you like little different ways of memorizing the order of sharps? You could find your own way.
Yeah.
But there's little fun things, fun little sayings. Fat cats go down alleys eating birds. Or bats. Maybe what do you think are in an alley, a bird or a bat?
A
Dark alley. A bird. Okay. Yeah, there's birds in the alleys. Okay, so practice drawing the order of sharps just like it is up here in treble and bass clef. It's just copying work, okay?
Oh, so I just write the sharps. Okay.
Yeah, and then down here is learning about, read this aloud, and I might ask your mom to read this with you. Does mom ever do any reading with you or help you with homework? Yeah, so we're going to get help from mom. Plus she'll learn more about music as well, and she'll like that, I think, right? Can mom play the piano? I can't remember.
She played the piano and the oboe both. She's really good at the oboe.
Oh my
gosh. Especially when she went to college, it all stopped.
Sometimes that happens, yeah.
But she does help with rowing too, so she does.
I figured yeah. Okay. Let me check in here, because I feel like you need a little bit more music to practice.
Yeah.
Like something new.
Those 2 pieces, kind of.
Okay.
I just stuck them when I reviewed it. I didn't know anything.
So you've been practicing chromatic scale.
Yeah.
So you know how to do the thing. These are just longer chromatic scales. Let's take a quick look at reviewing this piece, the artistry quiz. That means this is stuff that you've already learned. Did you know that it takes more skill and just as firm fingertips to play softly as loudly? Firm fingertips. Let me feel your firm fingertips. Okay, like, okay. Does that feel firm? Not really. Can you try? Make a piano hand? Can you make them even firmer? Okay, good. Turn your hand over again. How's that feel? Okay, try that. Right. And you can do it without getting tight and tense. It's just you have strong fingers, okay? So you need to be able to do that when you play soft and loud. I was just playing a fancy chromatic scale. Alright, looking at this piece, what is the loudest dynamic mark in this piece?
Let me see.
Scan through
Loudest. It's a
it. Hint. There's one that's a little louder in here.
Oh.
There it is. Put it right in there. F. What's the softest? Yeah. Pianissimo. And I like this description. As you play this atmospheric piece, use a light feather touch with your right hand. But you should wiggle your fingers like this, kind of feathery feeling. Yeah. So it's kind of like this, you know. All right. Well, you'll try that as you go along. Let's start by doing a little bit of reading. Right hand chromatic scale. Okay.
No, James.
Mhm.
No, Susan.
When we get to A, look at what happens. A to B flat. There you go. And back down. Okay, so take a little bit of break. All right? Tell me what notes you see here. A and then what?
A sharp, and then B.
So it's going higher, isn't it? Yeah, so let's try that. Oh, you went lower again. You went A to A flat. Remember, sharp was higher.
Oh.
Good. Before you play this, look at what's happening. And then play. Good. Piano, so feathery touch. Beautiful. Man. Oh, keep going. You can get to E. And this is an octave higher to F. So keep playing the chromatic scale and getting softer. And it ends on that high A. Right, so that's a little bit of a tricky moment because E to F, so it keeps going higher. What's the title of the piece?
Yellow moon on a misty lagoon.
Uh-huh. What does that make you think of?
Yellow moon on a misty
Yellow moon on a misty lagoon. What kind of feeling is there? A yellow moon on a misty lagoon.
I think,
It's night, right?
yeah.
Okay.
This usually kind of misjudges, doesn't it?
Is it a powerful idea or is it a gentle idea?
Probably gentle.
Yeah, it's at night. Mist. Have you ever seen mist, right? I think of mist especially as the pianissimo. It's like just this, it's like
Sprinkle.
puffs,
Yeah.
you know, puffs of air, right? So when you play this chromatic scale, think of that image, you know. And then at the end, this dimming, you know, it's like the mist coming over. All right? You'll have fun with this one. Notice the pedal marking, right? Okay. And now let's look at rhythm. Okay? Yeah, now this symbol right here, when it's called cut time, so we're going to play it, it's going to feel like 2, but for right now, this looks kind of like 4/4 time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you might think 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and...
It's 2.
Yeah, so for this first week, I want you to count and think 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. So ignore this counting for now, kind of like so it doesn't confuse you. And think 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And can you try adding the left hand?
Oh, do you want me to do it?
Yeah. Okay, so I want you to count what I wrote here. So count 1 and 2. And make sure that you don't go to A flat. Go to A sharp. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Wait, no, a little too high. This is where it stays. It's just kind of holding pattern. It stays like A flat B, A flat B. Okay. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Good. Okay. So you get the idea? Okay. So now just concentrate on the left hand once and play these 3 notes together. Okay. This one's different. There you go, okay? Now play the upper notes by themselves. Yes, just like that. Now play these 3 together. And now play these 3 together. And these, see what we're doing? We're blocking, right? So the way to practice this piece, and this is technique, pages 30 and 31. Is to block the left hand. Play right hand. And the counting, your favorite, right? Counting! Count both hands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and allow. Okay, and then we have the arabesque. Now how do you feel about how much music you have to play? You feel good about it? It's the right amount, isn't it? Okay.
I like new music, and then I like reviewing everything because it's just.
And it's been working really well for you. Start with B section, okay? Because I want you to do the new part first, and I want you to count the right hand and count the left hand. And that's such a short section, but it's a tricky section. It's really tricky. So I want you to not just play it, over and over again. I want you to be more strategic and practice. Usually students always mess up. They mess up here. But if you're really smart about your practice, you won't be one of those students, okay? So really work on, especially like if it's a tricky spot, go over that spot a few extra times. And so that's measures 19 through 26. Count the left hand. And then when you're ready, both hands.
Okay. And then the lesson book.
And I just want to add wrist rolls. It sounds like food, huh? I want a wrist roll, please. Cinnamon rolls, wrist rolls. That's gross. Okay. And then the lesson book is the rag. And do you remember what 3 things you want to work on with that?
Octaves.
Yes.
Rhythm and roll.
What was the other one?
Roll.
Roll what?
Roll.
That was for the arabesque. Let's take one final look. You're getting into rolls too.
I remember the octaves and I remember the rhythm.
It's syncopation. It's the accents, which we call in this piece. It's syncopation. And then also the D major scale, pages 52 through 53. Woo! Got a long list. Yes, July 5. Happy day after July 4th. Okay. Let me put holes in here. Oh my gosh, you did it. You made it through a full entire hour lesson. So, what I'm excited about having some summer lessons is you're going to be ahead of the curve for Certificate of Merit this year.
Yay.
that's a big reason because we decided that we wanted to skip a level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And because of that, it's important to have those summer lessons to be able to get that jump. So I'm pleased with you, what you did today. You did some beautiful
Last
music.
time I was a little rushed with the certificate of merit.
It was.
Because I just had to keep on.
You were a champ, though. You did great.
I don't even have this one anymore.
Well, technically, let's keep it. I mean, what's one more book, right? But yeah, for right now, I mean, okay, don't bring it, because I'm having you do the theory out of the other book, and there's no way I can have you do the theory from both books right now. It's just too much. Is that everything? All the books?
Yeah.
Yay! And I could turn this off. Did you even notice it was on?